We gotta look at all these lampshades.
Okay, so we found a bunch of lampshades. These straighter ones we saw a lot on Pottery Barn's website, but we couldn't find a good lamp so far to go with them, so maybe we'll find a lamp that'll work for those.
At my thrift store, they have a ton of lamps. So we are gonna look at all these lamps and see if there's one that has a similar Pottery Barn shape that we could update. So you guys, the shape on this one's really great, but then it has this like floral detail. Now, normally I could move it to the back, but I can't do that here. So either I'd have to completely cover this. So I don't think this is gonna be the best option. And there's also a matching set. So that's really cool because sometimes at the thrift store, it's really hard to find a matching pair. So I always look for a pair if I can.
All right, Liz has been staring at this lamp for a very long time.
You guys, this is like a massive 80s lampshade, but the shape of it is so similar to a Pottery Barn style. It's made out of pottery. So I feel like the shape of this is perfect. I'm wondering if we take it a darker color, and it's got this little topper that's similar to ones that I've seen at Pottery Barn. The lampshade is like perfect except for it's gross and we need to paint it or do something to it. And to make it even better, I found 2 of these. So let's get these and try to make them into Pottery Barn lamps.
You guys, I am most excited about this lamp and I cannot wait to show you this project. It turned out so great. I love it so much. So what I decided to do was use some drywall spackling because you can see there's all these indentions. I didn't want that look. I didn't feel like that was modern. So I just added spackling to every other, like I guess, swirly line. And I wanted this rough texture because you guys know that is really in right now. Let that dry. This spackling usually dries up in a couple of hours. Then I wanted to paint it. So I'm going to be using this sample dark paint I have. I added in some black because I wanted it to be a little bit darker. And then to give me even more texture, I added in some baking soda. If you look at the Pottery Barn lamps, they are very rustic and have a lot of texture to them. And I just added black until I was happy with the color. Next, I'm just going to use a regular brush to paint this. I feel like using a brush where you can stipple it in does help so you can get into all the different areas. So I'm going to do 1 coat over the entire piece. Once that completely dried, I wanted to do a lighter, thin coat that would give it a little bit of dimension. So I used some of that gray, added in some white paint and water. This gave me a much lighter look. So I'm going to wipe that on, and then I decided I needed a little bit more water there, so I added in some more water to my paint. And then once I add it on, you can see I'm immediately wiping it off with my paper towel. You may be thinking like, what does that do, Liz? It just gives that subtle look and dimension. But I have to tell you, the thing I'm most excited to show you guys is how I painted this lampshade. I've never painted a lampshade before, and I don't know why I haven't because it worked out so well. So I'm gonna use a stippling brush, but honestly, you could probably use any brush. I found a white sample paint that I had. I added a little bit of water to it and mixed it up. I simply did 2 coats all over this lampshade. You can see this lampshade is dingy, it's old, it's like probably, I don't know, 40 years old, and it just needed some new life. It definitely needed 2 coats, so if you're gonna do this, do 2 coats, but this turned an old lampshade into a completely new lampshade. So if you have a lampshade at your house, try painting it. Honestly, this was so much easier than even recovering it with fabric. Now with the top piece, I'm going to paint that with the gray color, and then I'm gonna assemble my lamp back together. I don't know about you guys, but this DIY is probably my favorite. I feel like this is a great Pottery Barn dupe. Hey guys, I'm Liz and you're watching my second DIY channel where I post daily DIY videos. You may be familiar with my main channel, Liz Fenwick DIY, but I'm glad that you found me over here on my second channel. Make sure that you're subscribed so you just get notified every day when I post our daily DIY video.